take a little video of putting some lead on this fender. Lead's an option to Bondo that's old school. I think that it's stronger and better because it's actually a metal. But in this particular case, there's such deep pits and stuff in this old repair that was done by somebody who knows how many years in the past, that they couldn't be hammered out because the inside of the fender, the repairman left huge globs of brazing for strength. And if you can see the color difference, all of this gold or copper color is brazing, and the silver color is bare steel. And luckily, didn't know this for sure, but luckily you can tin up and adhere lead to both steel and the brazing material, which was absolutely a must here. So all of these pits, I've cleaned them all out, gotten all of the scale, mill scale and rust out of them so that hopefully I get a complete tin with my tinning solution, because that's really the key to leading, is getting a good adhesion to, or good adhesion to, the base metal that you're trying to apply the lead to. So we're going to heat it up here. This is what's called tinning butter, and it applies the chemical coating needed to adhere the lead to the metal. You might be able to see where it's starting to take on a silvery sheen, and that means that that's well tinned and will hold the lead. Even all the little pits and crevices look like they're well tinned. So we'll go on ahead and clean this up and go on from there. This is just like a tallow stuff that you hit with the torch to heat it up to put on your paddle when you're leveling out the lead. You get so that the lead doesn't stick to the wood paddle. And then you're basically going to melt the lead on and smooth it out and get it where you want it to be with the paddle, like so. This is the lead. It's a low temperature melting lead that will cling to this tinning material and just actually work a lot like Bondo does, if you've ever done any Bondo work. Like any soldering, which is what lead really is, you want to get the material you're adhering to hot and then apply the lead to that. But not a lot hotter than the melting temperature of the lead itself. There you see it's starting to run, so I've got plenty of temperature on it. Okay, now looks like I got plenty of lead on. That's kind of here to touch up, but that's really what I'm looking for, is just enough cover that when I go to sand it back down, that it'll cover everything evenly. You'll see there's a bow in this one that's contrary to the bow in the fender, so I'm going to adjust this and adjust it more flat. Okay, where I'm getting to now is right through here. I'm on the bronze, so I've got to stop, and if I have to go and fill this little low area here, or maybe I can even hammer this down just a little bit to take the bronze down with the lead, and then refill on that if I wanted to. You know, Bondo, after a time, if it's too thick, has a tendency to pop and loosen from the main metal, and then it starts to bubble and rust underneath, and it'll rust right through the Bondo. This won't. And so this is a better fix for the deeper areas that needed to be filled. So we're just going to go from there and then work at fixing it just like a regular Bondo job.
This is a factory seam where in 1935 technicians leaded this area, and you can see that it's cracked all over. There's several cracks in there. So what I'm going to do is re-lead it using the existing lead and adding some extra just to make it cohesive, melt it all together, and hopefully this won't happen again. So now it's rusted underneath there, so I can see that I'm going to need to remove all this lead and re-tin it and re-lead the whole thing because of that one little bit of rust right there. See, that's nice and shiny. Yeah, it's snowing.
Gee, Brandon, good timing. It's snowing.